What's up, y'all? It's Annabelle with That Good Shit, and I am here with...
Messiah, the one, the most high. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so happy to be here, man. I've known you for a long time. I've been listening to your music for a long time, and I feel like this interview is long overdue.
Extremely. I remember you popped out to a couple of the shows when I dropped Perfect 7. So yeah, it's definitely a long time coming for sure.
Yeah. You've been dropping some new stuff that's been really exciting. We got a new project on the way. We got a lot to talk about today, Messiah. I want to start from the beginning. For those people who may not be as familiar with you, you want to tell me a little bit about just like your origin story with making music and how you first started?
I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I always had like a thing for music. And so as far as I can remember, I was just like a rapping ass nigga. I used to like beat on the table and like the classic like movie type of shit. Basically, I started making music for the first time in like middle school. I was teaching myself how to record, engineer myself and all of that. It was something I knew I could do and I loved, but I was a real shy kid. So it wasn't really until like high school when I was like 17-ish that I really started to take it serious. I met the homies, MAVI, Amir, Skull, and we kind of like incubated and formed our own community of just creativity, and that shit really birthed who I am today as an artist.
That's beautiful. Zay was telling me that there's like a really cute story of how you and MAVI first met. Would you be able to tell us that story?
Yeah, for sure. We met in English class on some super like biopic rap star bullshit.
They're gonna remake this one day in a documentary.
Yeah, I swear to God. But yeah, nah. We met in English class. He was sitting in front of me. I was sitting behind him, and I raised my hand to answer a question. Whatever I said, I don't remember what the question was, but basically he turned around and he like, bro, do you rap? I'm like, yeah, like, how you know? He like, words, you just got a rapper voice. Yeah, that shit was crazy. And then from there, a couple of days later, he come into class and he's like, bro, I found your music. This you, right? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and we just locked in from there.
Beautiful. And then you went on to have you and your friends like recording in your closet, I've been told. Tell me about like that era and what that looked like for you.
Yeah, so basically I had like basic musician setup, little Focusrite interface and microphone, pop filter, all of that shit. My people always been super supportive of me like expressing myself and getting my creative juices out in whatever way I needed to. So that was like a big step in me creating what I needed. You know what I'm saying? Once I met MAVI, he basically started coming to the crib and just recording. I had to set up in the closet, and then once he started coming to record, then all the homies started coming to record. And like I said, it just turned into something bigger than what we could even imagine. That was like the roots of it. MAVI's first tape, Beacon, was like recorded all in my closet. My first project, all recorded in my closet. Like, it was a time for sure.
That closet's got some like really magical energy in it now.
My little sister stay in that room now. I hope she's doing something with it.
I hope she's carrying the legacy of the closet forward.
Nah, for real. They had to clean it out. I had all kind of weed in there and shit. I'm sorry, Mom.
From that time in your life and throughout the rest of your career up to now, what has community and collaboration meant to you? Because it seems like that's like a really central theme in your journey as an artist.
Oh yeah, I remember one time I was chopping it with one of the homies, I think it was MAVI, somebody, but we was having a conversation about like, once you get to a certain point off of music that you made while you were depressed, and people love that depressed sound, it's like, where do you go from there if you're not depressed anymore? What I was saying is, I feel like at the end of the day, that's what it's for. It's deeper than just like me and my story. It's everybody. So it's kind of like, I would have nothing to talk about if I didn't look at things and see things and talk to people. So community is like literally the thing that keeps me going to make music and make art. Otherwise, it would be like, for what? So yeah, that's my whole thing. Build something for my people.
What you said about how you come up to a certain point making music off of feelings of like depression, and maybe once you start to get to a better place in your life, your sound switches, you might fear that like people might not rock with the music the same. I want to know, like, throughout your whole journey as you've kind of expanded out to explore your sound, try new things. How have you gone about feeling comfortable exploring new parts of your artistry while keeping your fans happy? Yeah, how have you made yourself feel comfortable, like kind of pushing the boundaries of what you can do?
It's kind of like by not giving a fuck, honestly,
Yeah.
because my thing is, like, I was just saying this earlier today, sometimes I do get a little insecure about that, because I be wondering, like, is it clear what the defining sound is for Messiah or whatever, but it's like I realize eventually the defining quality of Messiah is the versatility. I do whatever, make whatever, and somebody's gonna like it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the defining factor, like the through line, is the fact that it's you, you know?
Exactly. It's my voice always at the end of the day. It's like I could make an R&B song and it's still gonna sound like the same voice that was on Dead Man or Perfect Seven.
Who are some artists that you listen to and that you enjoy in your own life who you think do that really well? Of like creating a versatile sound where they can try a bunch of different stuff, but that through line of them being who they are is like really present.
I've been on a super duper big Young Thug kick for like the past week. For sure. For sure. They need to free that man. Schoolboy Q was one. When Oxymoron came out, it low-key changed how I was approaching music, because I realized that album is about something, but it's not just super in your face. It low-key showed me like you can talk about things and approach it with like different sounds and different voices, all of this shit. And so yeah, that's like somebody that really shaped my approach to music. You know, all the obvious ones, I guess, like Kendrick. I listen to so many genres.
Yeah.
I've been on a big IMX kick, the boy group that Marcus Houston was part of.
Yeah.
I've been running their music a lot. Like, I've been listening to a lot of Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's everywhere. And I think if I can take in all of these different sounds, I can also put it back out.
That's beautiful. I'd love to dive into the new album a little bit. I was just listening to it on my way over here on my bike, and such a beautiful listen. I do really love the variety of sounds you've got on there. It's been so cool to like hear your sound expand and grow. Well, you want to tell us a little bit of just about the album, what it means to you, and any like big overall themes of the album?
The album is called The Villain Wins. It's about the idea of doing what you gotta do to survive, even if it make you look bad in some light or form. Because to me, survival is not evil. That's the number one thing. And then also, like, it kind of fell together unintentionally. I was rewatching The Truman Show, which fucked up my whole life, for real. Like, I watched it way too early. I was 12 or something.
Damn.
So yeah, my whole life has felt like The Truman Show since then. In The Truman Show, Truman is like trying to escape this circumstance that he's put in. Everybody wants him to go one way. Him going against the grain and trying to escape is looked at from the broad perspective as like, no, Truman, don't do that. Like the villain in a way. So
Yeah.
becoming the villain in your own story is really becoming the hero. That's really what the project is about, escaping your circumstance in whatever way you need to, you know?
My personal favorite track on the project is Canvas. I thought that song was really, really moving. I think the lyricism on there is really beautiful. Can you tell me a bit about like where you were when that song came together and just where your headspace was at?
For sure, it's crazy. That shit almost did not even make the cut. Like,
Really?
I just made it like 2 weeks ago.
That's such a fucking gorgeous song, man.
Thank
Love
you.
that.
We had another song in the place of it, and I basically was trying to get the sample replayed, and it just went through so many iterations that I was like, let's put this other one on there, bro. Like, the other song I might still end up putting out on a deluxe or something like that. It's weird. I woke up, the homie Angelo, who produced it, he took a trip to Charlotte. He was staying at the crib, and basically I woke up, he played the beat as soon as I woke up, and I was just like, yeah, this is the one. I'm finna go on a walk. I went on a walk for like 20, 30 minutes, came back, the song was done. It was like a weird one because it was like I didn't even know I had this in me.
That song is crazy. I didn't realize that it was like so new. I'm really excited to see how like it ages. Yeah, that one really hit for me. And you've got a really cool roster of collaborators on this album as well. We got MAVI on there, we got Malaya on there, we got Niontay and Vayda, which I just heard. Tell me about how you went about collaborating with these people, and what's your favorite thing about working with all of them?
I'm like super particular, you know, because I put so much time and effort into what I make. I be very, very particular about who I put where. This is like my first like feature run ever. I haven't really worked with nobody outside of KS just because like I'm super particular. It was a opportunity to like explore and try things, and like I said, this project fell together unintentionally. It started off as 4 songs that was finna be a single run. So that's low-key how the features happened because it wasn't a project at that time. And so once it came together as a project, it's like, damn, this fits. let's rock with it. But yeah, MAVI, of course, that's my best friend, my dog. So we was just in the studio punching in back and forth. Super easy. That's like regular shit that we do. Yeah, Tay was like, I just made this song. I hit him and it was just like, I need you to bring this together. Like, yeah, it's a certain line that he said before. I don't even want to say it on camera, but it's a certain line he said. I hit him and was like, bro, I need you to bring that to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Malaya, that's the homie also. That was also just one where I was like, I need somebody that's gonna bring out the beauty in my vocals, because I could carry a note or a melody a little bit, but like I'm no Malaya is what I'm getting at.
She's angelic with it. Like her voice is so special.
Yeah, I just thought that she would bring something beautiful. Vayda, super fire. Honestly, this whole year I just been running her shit.
What's your favorite Vayda song?
Soul Child.
I love Soul Child.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I'm gonna come clean. I remember actually the beginning of the year, I went to the MoMA. So fun fact, panel 26 is like from a Jacob Lawrence collection. I've always loved that collection. It's about the Great Migration. I went to see it in person at the MoMA because they got half at the MoMA and half at another museum in DC. I was at the MoMA looking at the Jacob Lawrence collection, running Vayda, listening to Soul Child in my fucking bag, like, and that's so yeah. It's like I got a very deep, special connection to Soul Child. That's just I just wanted to put that out there.
Love
for sure.
that. If people can be anywhere for their first listen of your album, like what's the ideal setting for the first listen? Where should they be and what should they be doing?
I say in the whip. It's this one road right in Charlotte from my crib to MAVI's crib. It's this little back road shortcut type of situation. Whenever I put my projects together, I want them to sound and feel like that back road route. That's how I want people to experience it, and obviously in whatever shape or form that means for you as a listener.
Driving down a back road to your best friend's crib. I love that. And I want to ask you a little bit more about just like your music taste and what you've been listening to. It's hot, it's sunny, we're at peak summer right now, but I want to know like what's on your summer playlist.
I'm telling you, it's been a lot of Thug. Hold on, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm really gonna pull the Spotify up. I've been listening to No Way by Young Thug, which is on like the Rich Homie Quan album from like 2015. A lot of No Worries is on here. The new album is gas. The first one was so good, I'm surprised they even attempted to follow it up.
I know. I'm like, there's no way they could top that.
You know what I'm saying? But that shit is gas though. A lot of Draco the Ruler.
R.I.P. the GOAT, man.
Yeah, man. Long live the ruler. We know the truth. Anicia Kim and Anicia. Yeah, both of them back to back. I've been into a lot of Detroit shit, a lot of V's, Ray, Los and Nutty, and honestly, that's like year round. It ain't even just a summertime thing. It's a like get in your bag and get your money type of thing.
Messiah, we're halfway through 2024. What's been your favorite album of the year so far?
It might be that No Worries album. Let me see.
It's a real answer.
The second Future and Metro album. In real life, though, it's actually The Villain Wins, July 26th. Yeah.
Album of the year already.
Album of the year. There you go.
Tour.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about tour. What do you have to tell us about tour today?
Well, shit, I got off the tour with Wiki a couple months ago. That shit was amazing. I'm finna go on the Shadowbox tour with the homie MAVI. I'm super excited about that this fall. We going everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
How do you think it's going to feel touring with the new album out versus how you were touring before, just going off the last album? Like, how's it going to feel different with all that new material?
It's definitely going to be interesting because I think a lot of these songs is going to be my first time ever performing them. So That's gonna be exciting to see like people's real time, real life reaction. Up until now, like I really only gotten that from the homies.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's what mattered the most to me. So the homies love it, I love it. Type of shit. But I think it's gonna be fun to see like people in random cities I've never even been to love it as much as the homies love it.
That's going to be really special. And actually, last thing I want to ask you about is I heard you just did On the Radar for Silent Hill with MAVI and Overcast. How was that?
That shit was super fun. Shout out On the Radar. Shout out Gabe. I didn't know Gabe had hair, bro. Like,
Actually, same. I thought he's definitely bald under that hat.
right, bro. Like he took it off and she was just flowing, bro. Yeah, like that bust my head. But yeah, shout out them folks. Yeah, I also did a Dolo one, which I'm also super excited about. So it was amazing. That was my first time up there, and I'm excited to go back for sure.
Messiah, thank you for coming through for this interview. I'm so happy we got to catch up. Is there anything else that you want the people to know about you?
I just want y'all to know that I'm that nigga. Stream The Villain Wins when it comes out. That's all I got to say, for real.
Love it. Messiah, appreciate you.